What's the use of advancing forward if you cannot also move upward? Do you know what it takes to rise up the ranks as you rake up the years in your personal development journey? In my last video, which was the 5th part of this series, ABCs of Personal Development, we talked about how to persevere on your personal development journey. In this video, I'll be sharing the next set of building blocks in personal development that can set you up to higher ground so that you can begin to see the big picture and catch a glimpse of the ultimate goal in that journey. Stay with us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, my name is Ruth and this is my channel where sugar meets spice. Here we share tips and stories to help you discover your sweetness and uncover your greatness. If you have watched my videos before, welcome back and thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate you for all that you do on my channel. Now let's get into how to rise in your personal development journey. The 20th building block of personal development is thoughts. Everything that exists in life began as a thought in somebody's mind. That's how powerful thoughts are. In fact, thoughts are so powerful in personal development that, but for the fact that we are following this series in alphabetical order, it should have come earlier in the series. However, in the context of this topic, when you get your thoughts to rise above average, your thoughts help you rise above others. Thoughts may be ignored because they are not material or seen physically. However, thoughts are as real as physical things. Thoughts are things. Everything we see physically in this life started in the thought of someone, and with time, what seemed unreal became real when the thoughts became things. It may shock you, but do you know that the person that you are today was determined long ago by the thoughts that you were thinking yesterday, whether consciously or unconsciously? That is how powerful thoughts are. And that is why you must be careful the kind of thoughts that you think or that fill up your mind. The book of Proverbs says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. In other words, as you think, so are you. You cannot expect to be better than your thought life because your thought life is the engine that drives the realities that you experience every day. Our thoughts are actually our God-given tool to create our world, so don't think casually. Be mindful of the thoughts that occupy your mind because with time, those thoughts would become your life. When you want to achieve something or when you're aspiring for something, be conscious of what you think about. Condition your thought pattern to align with your desire, and before long, it will be your reality. The reason why most people do not succeed in life is because they feel that life is beyond their control. But that's not true. There's a great deal of your life you can control if you can control the thoughts that you allow into your mind. Birds can fly around your head, right? But can a bird perch and build a nest on your head without your permission? Of course not. That is the same with thoughts. Thoughts can hover around your mind, but they need your permission to be harbored in your mind. You have the ability to push away certain thoughts that you do not want to harbor in your mind. How do you do that? How can you control the kind of thoughts that you think about? To control your thoughts, mind the gates to your mind and your heart. Guard your heart with all diligence because out of it springs the issues of life, says the book of Proverbs. If you want to control what gets into your mind and your heart, control or guard your gates. Guard your eye gates, which controls what you see all the time and what you focus on. Guard your ear gates, which controls what you hear and internalize into your mind or into your heart. You also need to guard your mouth gates, which controls what you say and what you create using your words. If you want to control the course of your life, be careful about the things you say by being careful about the things that you see and the things that you hear. In your personal development journey, learn to always condition your thought pattern in line with that reality that you want. When an aspiration fills your thoughts, believe it. Think about it. Go around the people who are doing the same things that you aspire to do. Speak with them about those things. And with time, the kind of things that they share with you, the kind of things that you see about them, the kind of things that you hear also about them, and the kind of things you speak about them and yourself will begin to fill your thoughts and condition your mind. As you think in line, you begin to achieve those things you aspire for. Remember always to think the thoughts around what you want to become. The 21st building block of personal development is understanding. There is no development without understanding because what you do not understand, you cannot become. Even if you become it by chance, you cannot keep it because what you do not understand also, you do not own. Understanding is that bridge between knowledge and wisdom. Understanding is what makes knowledge worthwhile to you. Whatever you don't understand, you don't own or you don't have. If you go for a course or you go for a training and you sit through that lesson, but you don't understand it, that lesson is not learnt yet. That training is not yours yet until you understand it. That is how important understanding is to your personal development. So what is understanding? Understanding is the ability to perceive correctly the intent of the speaker or the one who is transferring knowledge to you. Understanding is the ability to grasp an idea or a concept and comprehend the meaning of whatever it is that you are learning. What digestion is to food is what understanding is to knowledge. Food doesn't benefit you until it is digested and absorbed in the body and can be used as energy to do some certain work or achieve something. In the same way, knowledge without understanding will not be of any use to you. Understanding is that way that you break down the knowledge to assimilate it in a way that you're able to grasp it and use it for your success. So in personal development, seek to understand rather than just to hear or rather than just to know. Please note that as with most of the elements of personal development, understanding takes time and effort. To understand a thing, you must first pay attention to that thing. Ask questions to address confusions that you may have around those things until you get understanding. Understanding is so important to personal development that without it, you are actually not developing. With understanding comes light, and with that light, you can see things clearer than they were before. That's why many times when people understand something, they say, "Oh, I see." Yes, that's how understanding works. It works like a light shining in an area of darkness. Knowledge alone can be like a room filled with many things that are valuable but not accessible until the light is switched on. Then and only then can you know where to find those things so you can use them. When you seek to understand, you begin to unravel mysteries. Things that others might think strange or magical might be normal to you because you understand the principles behind them. Whenever you understand the principle behind an effect or an outcome, you are able to use them for yourself. You're able to recreate them in other circumstances and then pass on that knowledge to someone else just because you understand it. Talking about understanding, if there are any of the building blocks that we've been sharing in this series that you don't understand, please make a comment, ask your questions, reach out to us, and we'll respond to those questions and work with you until you gain understanding of those blocks. The 22nd building block of personal development is vision. Vision is one of the physical senses in the human body. It is the most informative senses that enables us decipher certain qualities of an object. It enables us identify it as well and perceive its location. We see because of our physical vision or our sense of sight. However, a woman named Helen Keller, who was born without the sense of sight and hearing, was quoted to say, "The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision." So what was she talking about? If sight or vision was all about the physical, then she wouldn't be making sense, but she was. Vision does not just exist on the physical, it exists on other dimensions like the mental and the spiritual. Vision in the physical is the power or the act of seeing. And on other dimensions as well, it is also the act or the power to see. When you're able to see things that are not visible to the physical eyes, that is vision on another dimension. Vision is awareness on physically unseen dimensions. Someone gave this definition that I like a lot. It says, vision is the power of foresight based on insight with the benefit of hindsight. I love that definition of vision because it is indeed the power to see what is before you based on the things that you are seeing inside you that others can't see for the benefit of the successful outcome that will amaze others when they look back on how things have played out. Vision helps you create a mental picture or gives you information to direct your actions and guarantees to you more favorable outcomes. Vision, like we said, gives you direction. It enables you make decisions because you are seeing what others are not seeing. You have more information than they do. Vision puts you ahead on a personal level and also on a corporate level, and it equips you to lead others. Vision makes you disciplined. When you're able to see where you're going, you're able to see the result or the outcome of some of the things you're doing now. That vision of a better future, that vision of a destination will discipline you to keep doing those things so that you can get into that future that you see. Vision gives you a sense of purpose. When you're able to see and sense what your potentials are through the insight that vision gives, you're in a better position to understand your purpose. Vision also gives you a strong sense of stability and perspective. When you're able to see far ahead of you, you gain perspective, which stabilizes you in the face of difficulty. Vision is key in personal development because it is what keeps you on track. It is what keeps you focused. It's what also gives you direction. Having access into the invisible gives you access into the impossible. So don't just have your physical eyes working. Turn on the eyes of other dimensions in your life so you can have vision in your personal development journey. When you get that vision, protect it just as much as you protect your physical eyesight. As you do all your best not to destroy your eyes, do all your best not to destroy your mental or spiritual eyes. The 23rd building block of personal development is wisdom. In personal development, if knowledge is the starting point and understanding is the bridge, wisdom is the destination. Wisdom is the ability to think and act with knowledge, with experience, with good judgment, with insight, and with the right attitude. Wisdom is more about the attitude in which you face life than in the actions that you take. Wisdom is that calmness in the face of chaos, that humility in the midst of greatness, and the discretion that distinguishes you as a person, and the mindset also that opens you up and enables you gain from the experiences you have in life, whether good or bad. In personal development, wisdom is key, but your wisdom alone does not cut it, because you can't possibly experience for yourself all there is to experience in life. To truly gain wisdom, you need to be open to and rely on the wisdom of others. The collective experience and wisdom of others can contribute to your wisdom. When it comes to personal development, wisdom is not power over experience. It is power through experience, and you can benefit from that power by attaching yourself to wise people so that you'll be able to also be wise and learn from their wise experience. As in mentorship, everything is not taught. Some things are caught, and it is true wisdom and the right attitude that you can catch the things that are not readily visible to the human eye. Wisdom is gained from good experiences as well as bad experiences. That is, if you're able to reflect on them and learn from them. Wisdom is more about outcomes and attitude than it is of action. The good book says, wisdom is the principal thing, and in all that getting, get understanding. It also says that he that walks with the wise shall be wise. In your personal journey, aspire for wisdom and the wisdom of others through observation, learning, and growth. There's a lot that you can catch from wise people that you walk with, rather than struggling and strategizing to attain those things. Just by walking with a wise person, sitting with them, talking with them, hanging out with them, you are able to cultivate that attitude that they have, that openness, that acceptance for growth and development, that learning attitude. Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all that getting in personal development, get wisdom today. So that is all that we can take in this installment of Building Blocks in the Personal Development Journey. I hope you enjoyed them. As you watch, kindly comment on the building blocks that resonate with you. And don't forget to like this video, share the video, subscribe to this channel. All the best till we see in the next video. Lots of love with sugar, spice, and all things nice. Mwah.